Mission Impossible 8, The Dead Reckoning, final part. So I watched Mission Impossible first day, first show. And I think the movie is going to garner mixed reactions across the world. Because honestly, from what vibe I got from the theater, I feel like the movie didn't work 100% for everybody. Like there was silence towards the end of the movie, which denoted that the audience expected much more. So I think for hardcore Mission Impossible franchisee fans, this movie will seem like a letdown and it might not have pleased them the way they would have wanted to. But Mad Men rating for Mission Impossible The Dead Reckoning is 7.5 out of 10. This movie's first half does not have a lot of action sequences. There is, I think, very small set pieces in the first half, very few. And most of the action sequences and set pieces have been reserved for the second half. And as you know, in Indian theaters, when you watch an English movie, it's usually the projector operator who calls where the interval scene comes. And in this movie, the interval scene actually, where the cut for the interval is when the action sequence is actually like 10% started. Like usually you should cut the movie for an interval just before the build up or as soon as the audience acutes what's going to happen next, right? Here the cut was so abrupt because that's where the action sequences actually started. So you will have to wait till the interval for the action sequences to actually take off. And then there are two fantabulously executed action sequences. One is underwater. That scene actually is for like almost half an hour. So the second half has these very lengthy sort of set pieces that are very well executed. I would say I've never seen such action sequences in my life. It's not like your dish top type of action sequence. It's more like, it's more nuanced. It's more about survival sort of action sequences. And the final scene is again a predictable one where Tom Cruise is hanging onto a plane. And like I told you, what I feel is this movie didn't work for a majority or like a lot of the hardcore fans of the franchisee, but it worked for me. And why it worked for me, I'm going to talk about it in my lengthier YouTube review because I don't want to kind of bombard my feedback here and confuse the audience. But if you're a hardcore Mission Impossible fan expecting a magnum opus spectacle because it's Tom Cruise's last venture in the Mission Impossible franchise as of now, it might not be a complete spectacle. It is more of drama in the first half and a lot of build up till the action sequences and precisely two action sequences that take place in the second half.
But if you're somebody with an open mind who does not have preconceived notions and tell exactly how this movie I'm going to watch should turn out to be, you're flexible. You're okay for a good build-up, emotional build-up to happen. You want some old-school nostalgia of all the earlier Mission Impossible franchisee and feel your eyes maybe tear up a little bit knowing that this franchisee that's almost 30 years old is going to end finally. Then it's going to be a fun and an emotionally invested watch in the theater.